Hi there, this is Tim with another Elite Dangerous video. This was an awesome night. I don't really know what the difference is, but from the instant that the game started up tonight, it seemed really stable. I was on a server that I'm not completely sure I've been on before. Starting off with 23,500 credits, 89 minutes played, 1 death, 46 kills, 1 human kill, and just had a really good night. Everything worked pretty well. A little bit of lag here and there, nothing that really disturbed me. Starting off by Eranin 2, by the war zone. And basically this is a federal distress call where you're supposed to defend the big ship, which is directly in front of me right now. And just moving over to the functions tab and then choosing to fight for the Federation. And now on the scanner at the bottom middle of the screen you can see some green blips. Those are friendlies. Yellow or orange are neutral, or when they're yellow they're unknown, so basically you have to get closer to find out what they are. First thing I select is a human player who is in a Sidewinder, the same as myself. He has 2 pulse lasers, the same as I do, and he has chosen to fight for the opposite side, so right off the bat I get to attack someone. One of the things that was a little bit annoying at this point was that for some reason, and this wasn't any fault of Elite Dangerous, my track IR wasn't working. So I was unable to move my head to track targets at this point. I do actually quit, get it working, and then come back into the game later. But there you go, that appears to be a player kill, but I don't seem to have got any kind of bounty for it, which, you know, is strange. But at the beginning when I was fighting I didn't seem to get any bounty notifications, but when I look at the stats I still think I got them, so I don't really know what was going on there. Anyway, in this section obviously all of the NPCs, the computer controlled opponents, like this guy here, are in Sidewinders, so it's relatively easy to beat them because I'm in a Sidewinder too, and I am a decent pilot. The way that you can tell the difference between a human and an NPC is that human targets are hollow. So if you look on the scanner right now, at the bottom left of the scanner you can see a hollow triangle that's actually behind me right now. That's actually a human player, but because they're orange, that means that they haven't yet selected a side. I think here I'm actually going to select them, and you can see it's a human player. It says Commander Bacco, which basically means that he doesn't have his commander name in yet, but for some reason he's going around shooting these targets without having chosen a side, so he probably doesn't know how to go to the functions tab yet. Anyway, taking on another Sidewinder here. I actually felt like the connection was a lot better than it has been ever tonight. I've literally just stopped playing about 10-15 minutes ago. I just cut out some of the sort of wasted time from my video capture and then put it together, and now I'm playing it back to myself and recording myself. And it was just a really good night, and obviously I'm sacrificing an hour talking about this rather than playing for another hour, but that's what you have to do for your YouTube subscribers. So as you can see, I've not really been under any real kind of threat so far. Everything's been relatively easy. Currently on 51 kills. I was actually wondering at this point, because I wasn't getting a notification of the kills, whether they were actually counting. So you'll see me keep looking to the right screen, and that's basically just to check that the kill count is going up.
Target destroyed.
I keep a close eye on that human player, because I've had it a few times where there will be someone that comes in that's a human player that will fly right up to you as a neutral player, see who you're firing at to know which side you're on, and then they'll pick the opposite side just so they can fire at you, which is, you know, it's a little bit annoying, but you know, it's part of the game. It's it's fine. There is actually another human player in the area right now. There's one who's behind me and one who's to the left of me, just flying into the field of view right now. And here I'm going to attack an NPC who is busy in combat, but because I'm so busy in combat, I do not notice the enemy target, who is approaching from the left now. And it's an eagle. So the only thing I can really think to do is to run towards the capital ship and try to use it as a shield, because my shields are already down. So I put power to the engines and start trying to boost. And then I have to obviously put some power to the shields to try to bring those back as well. So I have nothing on the weapons, which is fine, but I'm not going to need them. But just hoping I can loop around here and lose him. But obviously the eagle is faster, and there's just no way that I could lose him. So that's my death. And that was Commander Trap, who is very aptly named. I decided to go for the rebuy charge, which is 1,850 credits, because that's cheaper than getting the free Sidewinder that I already have, and then buying the laser that I've already bought new. So basically, I take this opportunity to save the game. I get my track IR back working, and exit the station now. Looking out for the guy who is on his way in. There we go. A lot more players online tonight, which is unusual for this time of night, so I think events in the space sim genre world have kind of affected people a little bit. Now here, instead of going back to where I was, I've headed off to a low intensity conflict zone, which is also nearby, just by Eranin 3, and here I am. And you'll see people start to kind of hyperspace in around me. I've already deployed my weapons here. Here they are. And the instant that they jump in, they start trying to kick the hell out of each other. Here I'm just deciding which side to go on. I know I always pick the Federals, but I at least make it look like I'm not going to pick the Federals here. by checking out the targets, and I basically decide that I can probably take down a Cobra because of the increased maneuverability of the Sidewinder that I'm piloting. It should allow me to strafe pretty effectively and take down some of these Cobras. So now you see the red targets on the radar, and those are my targets. Once I actually make my mind up which one I'm going to attack here. Just used the energy that was stored in my engines for a boost there, and I think he actually started attacking me before I shot at him, but here he's not really doing a very good job. He's trying to kind of loop around me, but I'm not letting him because I'm using lateral thrust and actually staying above where he wants to roll towards, so it kind of blocks his movement really, so he then has to roll a little bit, and you know, it's too late, he's already dead. So on to the next target. Now this guy is already taking hits from a friendly fighter. You can see occasionally on the blue circle at the left side of my HUD, you can see kind of blue on it before I started firing. So I figure, you know, he should lose his shields relatively quickly. And obviously, same situation here, you know, he can't come towards me like he keeps trying to. Because I'm there, I'm moving vertically at the same rate that he's moving forward, and it just allows me to strafe at him, you know, pretty openly. The only time that they can really get away is if they actually decide to go the opposite way. And here I have another target firing at me before I've done anything, and now it's his turn. Obviously, you know, it does take a bit of precise control, you know, of your lateral thrusters to be able to do that. You know, it's not something that I think everybody does even. But it is the reason why I like the Sidewinder, and it is the reason why I actually quite like the Cobra Mark III, because its lateral thrusters seemed pretty decent the last time I flew one. The Eagle, however, hate it. and that's because it doesn't have the lateral thrusters, as one YouTube commenter actually astutely pointed out to me. Yeah, I mean, that's it really. I don't feel like I'll ever get on with Eagle, so essentially I think I'll stay in the Sidewinder until I can afford a Cobra. But like I said in the comments to that person, you know, I'm hoping that at some point relatively soon there will be another ship with similar characteristics between the Sidewinder and the Cobra that I can use as my stepping stone, you know, because there's supposed to be like 25 ships all in all when the game is first launched, and I think there's 5 right now, so there's a long way to go. There's a hell of a lot of variations that they could have in there, of course these are ships that they've kind of fitted with you know, certain things. Who's to say that there won't be upgrades for an Eagle where you can increase the lateral thrust? You know, you never know. Here this is a pretty good technique from this Cobra, who is basically spiraling and running away, trying to make it difficult for me to hit him while his shields recharge. I had to put all of my power to my engines, and I'm having to boost to get close enough that I can start firing on him. He's still listed as out of range, and now my pulse lasers just came online and told me that he's in range, so I start firing, and he decides that, you know, he has to come back and start firing at me, but he doesn't really get an effective attack going, and falls into the same old trap where he wants to loop around behind me and I'm not letting him. He does roll away from my my sort of strafing tactic there, and is one of the few that actually rolled the right way to do that, but still it's not enough to actually get away from me, and I'm a long way away from the main battle now, because I chased that guy all the way out here. Back closer now, and going after obviously another Cobra, because that's all that's here. As far as I know, that's all that's here. There might be the odd Sidewinder, I guess. I've done a good job with the planets, just kind of looking in the background there. I can sense recent improvements there too. I don't recall it looking that pretty very, very recently, so it might actually be that is done server side. Not really sure. It definitely looks a bit different to Alpha 4 anyway. Getting real close to the big mothership there while trying to follow this guy, and if you look at the scanner, all of a sudden everybody is attacking me. So with my shields down, my hull is now down to 69%, and I'm making a run for it because I have, I think, 4 Cobras that are all on me, plus the guy that I was attacking who will eventually come back to try to get me as well. So that's 5 Cobras. There's no way, excuse me, that that I can survive that. Obviously, twirling like that does help a little bit to get them to miss, because a lot of the time when you're rolling, they'll try to predict where you're going to come out of the roll, and you'll see fire going kind of either side of you. But really, I was just twirling and boosting to get away. I've got no intention of going back there. But rather than go back to the station and you know, repair my ship or anything like that, I figure that I've made enough just in this area to pay for another insurance claim if I need to. So if I lose this ship, it's no big deal right now. You know, I can just rebuy, and I've had some fun, and you know, that's that. So I head back to the Federal distress signal now, which is where I started off the night. If you remember, I got killed by an eagle, and now I'm heading back there, whether he's there or not, with 60, looks like 65% hull. Just in Super Cruise now, getting closer. This is back around Eranin 2, and I think I actually might overshoot here, so you're going to see something funny. I have to loop back round while I'm in Super Cruise, while I'm still losing speed. And just bring it in for a safe landing here. So now I'm at the Federal distress signal again. I obviously have to do the same thing where I've got to pick a side, deploying my weapons though first. Power to shields, power to weapons, and away from engines. Functions tab. Choose faction and federals. I think I missed them. Yeah, I did. So now you'll see a red blip at the bottom of the scanner. And as he's the only one that I can confirm as an enemy, but he's also in the middle of a firefight, he'll probably be dead by the time I get there, so instead I go to investigate some of the yellow blips to see if they are red blips when I get closer, and I'm able to tell what they are. And it actually looks like they are indeed Eranin Defence Forces who have jumped into the area and have not yet activated. So I point my nose at the one who looks biggest, select him, and open fire, and of course that triggers him to start trying to do kind of defensive movements, but because of the distance that I have on him, there's really no way for him to get away from me. Okay, now just investigating the next nearest yellow blip, and it actually happens to be back towards the ship. People really kind of underestimate Sidewinders, I think. They really can pack a punch, and whenever you make the mistake of going head-to-head with one, you know, you do have to gauge whether it's worthwhile. I mean, I went head-to-head with that guy there, and he took down a third of my lasers. You know, it's not as easy as I think some people think to take one down, and I actually find it easier to take down Cobras in a Sidewinder than a Sidewinder in a Sidewinder. So, you know, it's just the way that my piloting is, and you know, the way that I use the lateral thrusters exactly like I am now to increase my turning speed. There's no way without using those lateral thrusters and everything that I would be as close to this target as I am if I had just waited for the normal pitch control to slowly pitch me up towards him. You know, using the directional thrust, I was a lot closer. You know, when it came time to open fire.
Target shields offline.
Another thing about Sidewinders that's very different from Cobras is that rather than kind of getting stuck in that situation where they can be going forwards and basically you can be laterally thrusting on top of them, stopping them from kind of looping over you, Sidewinders will quite happily stop their engines, turn towards you and open fire. So in many ways the Sidewinder NPCs are actually more effective, against me anyway. I'm now on 63 kills. Going head to head here. I'm down 2/3 of my shields, and my shields are down. That's exactly what I was talking about. You know, you're going head to head with a Sidewinder that, you know, they can definitely have some pretty good fittings, and you know, they can support class 2 weapons, I think it is, and 2 of them. So definitely not the worst ship. And here in a Cobra, I would be able to laterally thrust and stop him from looping over me, exactly how he's doing. But he's in a Sidewinder, and he can actually make things difficult for me.
Target destroyed.
That was me checking that that kill counted, so I'm now on 64. A little bit of lag here. This is the only time that I experienced it the whole night. It's this part here and maybe the next 5 minutes or so. There was another player with kind of a Eastern kind of sort of Japanese sounding name, and I'm not sure if that might affect how the multiplayer performs at this point in its development. But a little bit later, when I'm closer near the ship and I can identify one of the yellow blips, it does actually show him, and when I'm closer to him it seems worse. So I figured that the lag that I was seeing was possibly related to that. I've just spotted an human enemy. I've got him selected right now, but it looks like someone else is going to take him out before I can get close, and it's actually another human player.
Target destroyed.
And there you go, there's the Japanese sounding name, Nakasuro. Which it might not be, I might be completely wrong about that, but I assume it might be a Japanese player that maybe has a bad ping, and you know, it might be affecting the server at this point. And you can see there's a little bit of lag here and there, and odd movements, but as I've said in a previous video, it's strange, it doesn't seem to stop your weapons contact from actually being counted, so it's actually quite nice. You know, if this is kind of as bad as it gets, this is pretty damn good.
Target destroyed.
I'm sure if there was 100 human players in here, that would be very different. This guy was probably what I call a sleeper, who has just jumped in to take part in the battle, and He didn't. Poor guy, I didn't even give him chance to... I didn't give him chance to do anything. What about this guy? Did I give him chance to do anything?
Target shield.
Shields are offline. Almost 50% hull gone. Does he even get a shot at me? No, he's not going to, is he? Poor guy, just think of the families. It's like in that the Austin Powers movie where they talk about the henchman's family. Yeah. Poor Eranin Defense Force families. Oh well. So here's another sleeper who isn't going to get much chance to do anything either, by the look of it. Oh, that was pretty good loot there. He got himself some distance, but not enough, really. Yeah, he's gone.
Target destroyed.
Now on 69 kills.
Under attack. Target destroyed.
And there I noticed that that friendly NPC was taking a lot of fire, and I thought, you know, that must be a really good NPC that's attacking him. And then I selected what was attacking him, and it was a human player that I hadn't spotted on the scanner. So, going after this guy, he's not really doing a very good job of getting away from me. He definitely didn't seem to know what to do, and that was Commander Theonesis that I just killed. 71 kills now. There was a few more enemy targets that all came in at the same time there. I just missed them being in sleeper status. They all woke up just before I got there. It looks like this one might be still sleeping. No, he was moving around, so... Oh, his shields were already down before I started firing at him, so he was probably trying to get his shields back up.
Target destroyed.
And this is another human player who And unlucky guy, it is Commander Theonosis again. The guy that I just killed has obviously taken a free Sidewinder, come back in, and
Under attack.
yeah, he's gonna die. And boom, there he goes. So thank you very much, Commander Theonosis. That's 1,000 credits you've made me. I'm sorry if I'm like on the verge of slurring my words, by the way. It's 1:30 in the morning, both my wife and child are sleeping, and I am so tired.
Warning. Under attack.
Just I almost managed to take my shields down again. But I think
Target
I
destroyed.
might have lost 2% hull since I came back into this area after leaving the low intensity conflict zone. I think I might have lost 2% hull.
Target shield offline. Target destroyed.
It's annoying sometimes when you take the ship down and you leave them on 0%, you can hear them exploding. You know, you can hear the individual components or whatever it is that are kind of exploding in sequence, and you leave them and then an NPC might even accidentally hit them and
Target shield.
you don't get the bounty. The NPC gets it then. So it's a little bit annoying when that happens.
Target destroyed.
That's why sometimes, well, quite often, you will see me continue firing at a ship that is obviously dead. It's because I want to make sure that I'm going to get that, credit for the kill. Here I've found another sleeper. Just jumped into the area and
Target shield.
haven't yet done anything about it, so I'll try to take advantage of that.
Target destroyed.
Looks like there's a friendly ship over on the right. You can see like a hollow green square that keeps flashing in and out. Oh, and there's one above me too. There's actually two friendlies, humans, in here right now.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
think that was 78 kills that I'm on now.
Target shields offline.
So as I look for my next target here, I've been thinking of doing a Twitch stream. If you don't know what Twitch is, it's like a live gaming website where basically instead of you viewing this edited video of my game, I would stream it live. So basically you would see unedited, gameplay, and I could possibly do picture-in-picture where I show my joystick on a webcam or something of that sort as well. And there's also a chat in there too, where if I have time, obviously it would be easier for me to do this if I was a trader, but I'm not. I'm a bounty hunter, which means a lot of the time I'm too busy to chat. But there would be chat functionality too, where I might be able to answer questions. If you kind of think that's a good idea, let me know. It's possible, or it's very likely that that afterwards I would take the Twitch recording and maybe edit it down to put it onto YouTube later. I'm not completely sure how that would work, but it should be able to appear on YouTube as well later. But just let me know what you think about that. I don't really mind doing that. The hardware that I have that I capture video on though, I think the quality of the videos that you're getting on YouTube from me now, kind of the picture quality, the sharpness, everything like that, it would be greatly reduced, because it's live streaming instead of recording to the hard drive. It's relying on my internet connection, the connection to Twitch, and at the same time as I'm streaming, I'm also playing a multiplayer game as well, so I don't really know how the quality would compare, but I'm perfectly willing to do that, so let me know. There's various people who do it, but I don't think there's a lot of them that do combat, so I might be filling a void that you guys are looking for. I don't know. Let me know.
Destroyed.
Yeah, I've just noticed that was only 400 credits. I wonder how many others haven't been 500 credits. I almost thought it was a flat bounty, but I guess there might be some difference in pilot skill. So anyway, there was it was strange. There was kind of a period right before that last court where it kind of seemed like we had won. There was only a couple of red blips that I could find, flying around, and then all of a sudden it was like 3 or 4 waves of you know, red blips, enemy targets came in all at once, and as you can see here, you know, they're all attacking the mothership, which is something that really they weren't doing before this. You know, that they were attacking the friendly fighters, and then all of a sudden, here they are. You know, they're attacking the mothership, and it was really interesting. It was like this last section here, which will be unedited right until I actually save the game now. It was awesome. You know, there was like enemies everywhere. I was getting real quick successive kills because they were all around this big ship trying to take it down. And yeah, it was completely different to how the same area had been 30 seconds before. And that was pretty cool. I don't really know how how that happened. I've never really had it like that before, where the dynamics of an area change while you're there. But excellent. You know, I just think that's really cool. So yeah, anyway, just continuing to try to take these guys down where I can. I actually quite like staying close to the big ship. It's quite nice to be able to use it as a shield. You know, if you maybe get more than one Sidewinder coming after you at once, because that's the thing. Like I was saying, you know, I think I can take out a Cobra really easily. I could take out a Sidewinder really easily. I could probably take out an NPC Eagle really easily. But two of any of those ships, and I'm in serious trouble. And you know, that's why when I was in the low intensity combat zone earlier, I mean, I jumped out the instant. You know, there was 5 Cobras coming after me, and there was just no way that I could do anything about those guys. I don't know if you noticed there, but there was a friendly fighter that actually jumped in while I was just flying along there. It's so cool how dynamic this whole environment is. You know, it's like I was saying, you know, those waves of the enemy fighters came in. There's a friendly fighter just popped in there and, you know, just obviously went straight into combat mode and started trying to take out the same guys that I am. You know, this feels alive. You know, and I think, you know, like I've said in previous videos, it's really cool to think that, you know, this is five systems that we have right here, and you know, you might come back to this system while you're playing Elite Dangerous. You might never ever come back here, and but in every system that you do visit, there might be unidentified signals, there might be distress calls, there might be conflict areas of one type or another, and it's really cool that when you come to those areas, you'll have something like this that effectively could easily be a game in itself. I mean, if you look at the Eve Valkyrie game and stuff like that, it's crazy. It's just absolutely fantastic that there's this kind of dynamic environment where, I mean, it's even possible that Frontier can notice things that are happening in people's games and can actually make a change that appears dynamic, that fits in with the story, that just changes things completely as well, that just makes the game so alive, and that's a really exciting aspect of the game. not even sure what I just said made sense. I'm very tired. That's my excuse.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
You know, when you kill ships in really quick succession, that kind of joyful, you know, you killed something music that plays gets a little bit repetitive.
Target destroyed.
The dun 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 dun. Yeah. As you can see, it's a really hard decision who to attack. I am aware while I'm playing quite often that you know, there's sometimes a really what will be an easy kill, and then there's one like this where I thought it might be pretty a kill for, you know, to be on a video. Being near the ship while I'm attacking someone, and you know, that's the reason why sometimes you'll see me go after a target that is maybe further away or in a certain place, because I'm obviously thinking of you while I do this. And remember that, you know, I still have 63% hull. I think I came back from the low intensity combat zone earlier in the night with 65. So, you know, going back to the station and repairing the ship and everything like that, it's not really something that I would bother doing with the starter Sidewinder and just a single pulse laser that I've bought, because, you know, if I lose this ship, the worst case scenario is that I have to pay 1,750 credits to rebuy the old fitting, which is the pulse laser. Here, this guy, it was interesting because I had taken him down to 0%, so I thought I'd killed him. I moved on to my next target, and then all of a sudden I'm getting hit by his beam laser. And here I noticed that there was a neutral human player, but he changed to green, which means he selected the same side as me. But anyway, back to that previous target, I had got him down to 0%, and I've been watching the percent, and as soon as it got to 0, I moved on to my next target, and then I'm 95% of the way through killing my next target, and then I'm getting fired at by a beam laser from a guy that I thought was dead. So I had to go down and kill the guy that was on 0%. It's kind of funny, really. human player that is attacking the same target as me right now. There he goes.
Target destroyed.
And it is Commander Jehil, who is in Eagle.
Target shields armed. Target destroyed.
And I just broke 100 kills. That's 101 kills.
Warning, under attack. Target shields offline.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but there's really not that many enemy contacts. And I'm feeling like I'm almost done for the night anyway, but I was quite surprised by how few enemy contacts there were around, considering how many came in. But then, when you consider I probably have 102 kills now, yes, I probably got rid of quite a few of them by myself. And it doesn't appear like there's new waves coming in. You know, it's just kind of getting rid of what's here. This guy, I saw that he was flying away, and then I saw he was coming back towards me, and I really didn't want to go head to head with him. Because I was kind of ready to save the game and carry on with my 63% hull on another night. So I was trying to use the ship here as a shield, wanting him to come and fly around it so that I could blast him. But he didn't look like he was going to make it easy for me, so I ended up having to move down here, which still took him by surprise. He was facing the wrong way.
Target shields offline. Warning, under attack. Target destroyed.
And now I think there's just 2 enemy contacts, one of which is selected now.
Target destroyed.
But that's it, actually. I flew around for a bit looking for another enemy fighter, and wasn't able to find one. So I guess we won. I'm not really sure. I just couldn't find anybody else to kill, and you know, I did move away from the ship and you know, look for some that were a bit further away, but no, every single yellow blip I flew towards, they were all green. So yeah, that was it. I called it a night right there, and really enjoyed myself tonight again. Elite Dangerous is kicking ass, really. I have really nothing bad to say about it at all. You know, the development status or anything. So anyway, that's it, and just time for to show you the game being saved and my stats ending the night with 104 kills and 44,750 credits. So pretty successful night, really. Let's go in and look at the full stats. 47,800 credits earned, played for a total of 169 minutes since the last stats reset. 2 times I have died, 104 kills in total. 4 of those kills were humans, 100 were NPCs or AI controlled spacecraft. That's it, thanks, good night.